But what about the son? He has a boy. He has a son.
That's 15 years old.
15 years old. So usually marriage has to be done with the gadol.
15 is okay.
But what about when he's a katan?
Katan is the question. If he's 12.
That became the question.
So the father stands in his son's shoes, but is there agency also? Is that a separate?
No, the father doesn't stand. The question is, does the boy need that? Does the boy have to be gadol?
So they brought down a braita, and what did the braita say? Tashma.
Where are you, Rabbi?
1982.
On the right side, right? We did that. Perfect.
That's the bottom line.
Top.
What was that?
Right.
Hashema, Marabi,
Can only be involved. I mean, involved with the
Shela begadol, Shela mida'ah.
So we made two statements in the braita. Only by gadol and only midat. Comes the Gemara and says, what does midat mean? First we went on, we said there's a machloket Tosfot and Rashi. The Tosfot we looked at just very briefly, we should look at it more. That comes and tells me that what? That midat means just making them know. Like informing.
Or you say something like that last night. Inform.
Rather than having actual consent.
Right. Just to inform them.
Tosfot on that face is informing. Rashi says consent. Okay.
What's consent?
Means you have to say yes or no.
And informing, you have to say yes
Nothing.
or no.
It's like when you receive papers from the court. As long as you were informed, you have a receipt that you were informed, let's speak.
You were informed.
Right.
You didn't say yes or no, but you were informed. So if you inform me and I tell you no, what happens?
Who cares?
Maybe you have no choice. The
You have
girl
no choice.
The girl has no choice.
Right? You have no choice. Just have to know.
I sold her when she was 8, now she's almost 12.
When it comes to the
He
father,
lets her
when it comes to the
know,
father,
make
but
you
it's
my wife now.
Right. I mean, right.
So comes the Gemara, let's go back. We still didn't get that point yet.
The dad from her father.
We had a Tashma. The Tashma goes on and says, you have to have what?
Involve you on adult, and it has to be with intent.
Oh, comes the Gemara and says, of course, if he's a gadol, it's intent.
Automatic.
Automatic.
She's 13.
Comes the Gemara and says, no. It's telling you the reason why you have to be gadol.
Because you have to have that.
Because you have to have that.
Right.
Elamidat, tarti. Matam kamar. Matam en yud ele begadol lefish en yud ele medat. Period.
The boiling which have no das, so they get married.
Abraham, you have a gadol means that you have that. That's what gadol means.
Otherwise, you're not a gadol.
Not a gadol. You're 40 years old and you're an imbecile. You're not a gadol, right? Just because you have age doesn't mean you're gadol. Gadol means you have what? You have that. Comes the Gemara says, "V'im baitema." And I'm going to explain you the braita in another way. My midat dida. He has to be a gadol, that's for sure. But as far as her, what is the din? She has to have that. Oh, midat dida the Tani Abaye. Bered Rabbi Abahu asher lo yada, which she did not let her know. Melamed shetzarich liyada. That you have to give, she has to have knowledge. Now, what is that knowledge? That was the machloket we had between Tosfot and Dafei, and here Rashi doesn't mean just doesn't mean consent, or it just means information, informer. Who tanala, who amarla? He was one who brought the braita, and he explained it. B'kedushay yiud, the ali bad Rabbi Yossi. We are talking about Kiddushin yiud again. As you know, we have 3 types of Kiddushin so far.
Right.
We have regular Kiddushin.
Right.
We have Yibum.
And Yud.
And Yud. The Aliba, the Rabbi Yossi. We're talking about Yud. Again, Yud is the most difficult one, peculiar. In other words, most peculiar. Why? Because she's a ketana, first. Second, maybe she has to have knowledge. Usually when a ketana comes, you don't have to have knowledge. Here it says what? Yada, you have to let her know. And third is, maybe it could work with a boy who's a katan.
Maybe.
Right.
That's our question.
That's
right
our question right now. Those are the three peculiarities of what? Of
There's another
Yud.
one. Maybe he's at her. Maybe you know. She doesn't know.
Oh, right. Valiba de Rabbi Yossi ben Rabbi
doesn't mean
Yehuda.
nothing.
We came on and we brought in Rabbi Yossi bar Yehuda. What did Rabbi Yossi bar Yehuda say? We had a machlok him and Rav Nachman concerning what?
The Kiddushin money.
Concerning when it comes to Yehud, is it Ma'ot Rishonot or Ma'ot Achronot?
What does that mean?
Now let's go back. We said it clearly about a week ago, Mr. Gindi. On the top of the page, we said when the Yehud works. Now 2 years after he bought her, he performs the obligation of Yehud. There has to be money in Kiddushin. Where's the money? Show me the money. Where's the money? Where's the money?
Two possibilities.
Two possibilities. Two possibilities, Mr. Gindi.
Her when she was, let's say, 8 years old.
Right.
He paid the father
What?
money.
Correct.
We could say that's the money of the Kiddushin.
Right, so next.
Or she has another year to work. He says to her, "Don't work. Marry me with that year. I forgive you." He forgives her the loan.
And that's going to be the money to
Gives
get
her the money.
The
not
shul
her.
is problematic
Why?
because we learned previously that if the woman is wealthy, she goes, vice versa. A man's wealthy and he gives the woman a loan and he says, okay, you paid me so and so. You know what? With the balance, I'll get married with you. We said Kiddushin wasn't good.
But Mr. Shira, this is a chidush, and maybe that's the chidush of Yehud, that it's even working through this concept. Again, we're not going to go over. Mr. Shira asked the question, if you know that, if you know,
The loan is not good.
on the Zayin
What
we
if it's
said,
a secured loan. Is it-
oh, we'll see.
Maybe.
Before we get to the secured loan means there's collateral. But let's not go there just yet. We'll get there. But we came and we talked about a loan. But that could be in a case of regular Kiddushin. But Rabbi Yossi says when it comes to what? Yud, maybe not. So what is the case of? Again, let's go back to Yud. Yehud, we say, is an unbelievable concept. It's a Torah concept. The Torah says, when a man buys a slave girl, what does the Torah want from this transaction? They want Kiddushin.
married,
Right.
baby.
Now comes the Gemara and tells us, where is the mammon of Kiddushin? The Gemara tells us it could be two possibilities. Either the money which was given at the inception, and that money is considered Mammon Kiddushin. Or it could be the money which is still valid from the amount of work she owed. Two possibilities. Rabbi Yossi comes on and says that we're talking about the money owed, and therefore she is the one who's receiving. Oh, she's a ketana. How dare the halakha says she can receive?
Right.
She can't receive, she's a ketana. Therefore, this is a special din of Yehud. Yehud even works by a ketana. Just like we said, maybe it works by katan itself. Here it could work by a ketana also.
You can involve only an adult. Not the money. I'm sorry, Rabbi. You said that you
Mauricio.
katana.
Marusha, Yehud only works with a katana. It only works with a katana. If she's a gadolah, it will never work.
The boy is the question. Maybe it only works.
The question is, we know it works. We have a pasuk in the Torah. But the question is, how does it work? What are the mechanics of its working? Is it working because of what? Money.
The original money or because we're giving the
You got that? But now we came and we said another question outside of the realm. When it says v'yiten lebeno, who is the son? Is the son a gadol or the son of katan? So you could come with the logic to say the katan is the beno is the katan because you are giving it to him. You can't give something to a boy who's a gadol. I don't want it, daddy.
But to katan, you.
Oh, but then you could go and force them to get married, maybe.
I'm giving right.
So what is the yibum? What is the yud? Comes the Gemara and says, we don't know. And we came with a statement that what is the din? The Huna said, only by a gadol. And not only by gadol, even it has to be bedat. Comes the Gemara now, that's what we're discussing. What is gadol and dat? Comes the Gemara and says gadol is the reason why you need that. The reason you have gadol because he has to have that.
He's a katan.
Reason number one. Therefore, you can't have a katan. You have to have a gadol because you need that. Second one is Mr. Gindi. Heard that. You have to inform her, or she has to say yes, depending on Rashi and Tosfot.
What do we actually tell her? We tell her, by the way, you can still back out until you're 12 and a half. What do we tell her?
No, you don't have to marry this guy. What back out? You don't marry him.
So you have to make your intentions known.
Sure.
The intentions to marry.
And if she says no, maybe Tosfot says you can't marry.
Right. She has to give out consent.
Right? Tani Lagnado Amara.
Listen, the father thought it was a nice idea when he went ahead and sold it. Okay? That's why he sold it, because he didn't have money for a dowry when he kissed her. Okay? And hopefully, if the father don't want her, then the son wants her. The whole thing is
Primary intent is Kiddushin.
Oh, Mala. B'Kiddushin Yi'ud.
So Rabbi, like you said, the whole intent is the Kiddushin. So the Machshava is really Kiddushin.
Wrong. 100% wrong. 100% wrong. The intent of the Torah is Kiddushin. The intent of the buyer is not Kiddushin.
The intent of the father is
He's checking her out.
the money.
The boy's checking
The
her
Gemara
out.
goes on and says the father was what? Bagadba.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Two reasons, two
explanations.
What is the explanation?
One was rebelled, and the other one's begging. Was begging.
Right?
What is the word we said for Bagad? He was unfaithful to the father.
Right? The father was unfaithful to the daughter. He sells her.
Sold her. What father sells his daughter?
He sold her on if
Even
they
though he
want
did it.
you, and if you
Right?
pass the test.
That's baguette.
And by the way, the father can have.
What was the word for baguette? Top the base.
You marry people, and then after you marry people, then you marry underage kid.
Another way.
Why do we do it? Rabbi, if the Torah doesn't like this,
Betrayed. The way, Joe, the way that article says, he betrayed her.
Betrayed, that's the word I was looking for. Betrayed.
So thank you, Mr. Mizrahi. Let's go back. Hu tani lavu, hu amala. What are we talking about? Kedusha Yi'ud, Valiba the Rabbi Yossi, the Rabbi Yehuda. And this is going according to Rabbi Yossi, the son of Rabbi Yehuda. What did he say? He had this man come over many times. Where is the Kiddushin? The Kiddushin is my machronot. That was Rabbi Yossi's concept. From her.
He's saying the original money that the father paid is not the Kiddushin.
That is.
Bring her is the money.
She don't get a ring. She don't get a toy.
She gets freedom.
She gets freedom.
Now all of a sudden she has a maid who's working.
She gets freedom for slavery.
Oh my Rishonot.
Does very little for herself.
Love the Kiddushin. Comes Rabbi Yossi and says an interesting statement. Ma'ot Rishonot love the Kiddushin. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Amar. Afilu tema lekiddushin nidno. I'm going to tell you that it makes no difference. Even if they are lekiddushin, she still has to have a dat. We came and said, why does she have to have a dat? Because we're going according to Rabbi Yossi. And what money is going to make the kiddushin?
The balance.
The balance. And she is a balat davar. She is involved in this transaction. Comes Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak says, boulder dash to you. It could be ma'ot rishonot, and still, even though she's not balat, she still needs that, and still needs that. She still needs her consent.
Yeah, you have to tell her.
Why? The father took the money.
She's not walking away with anything. Money anyway. She needs that.
Mr. Chira, listen carefully. Listen carefully before you make a statement like that. The father goes, Joe, listen. Let's go and understand. A father goes and does not sell her for slavery. He doesn't put her into the slave market. What does he do? He gives her to Mr. Mizrahi as Kiddushin Mamash.
Fine.
Does she have to have that?
No, the
No,
father's
the
done.
father's died. Comes the Gemara and says that is good when it comes to Kiddushin.
Not when it comes
But when it comes to Yi'ud, even though the father took money, she still needs that. And I don't care if it's money. I don't care if it's the money which is originally given, or it's coming later. Why? Comes Rev Nachman. It says why?
Because the pasuk says.
Because the pasuk says Ya'ada. You have to make her. It has to be known to her.
But Rabbi, they're using the term da'at differently in both cases.
Okay, so I'm not.
Kiddushin da'at is consent. In Yi'ud, da'at is knowledge.
We didn't say that.
But it has to be because
It doesn't have to be. I said there's a machloket between the Rishonim. What is that? And we went on, we brought down from where? From where did we learn this concept of that by Kiddushin? By what?
Rambam.
We brought it down from Lavan and Rivka. They asked her. And we saw yesterday that there was a machloket in the Midrashim. Rashi brings down, says, we see from here that whenever you have to have a Kiddushin, the girl has to have that. And that's even maybe in the first case, even when there's no Yi'ud. Comes the what? Comes Rashi and says like that.
Even though she's a kid.
But we go into the Midrash, and what do we see in the Midrash, Mr. Gindi? We ask you in which case? No.
she's
Proof
overage.
that she was overrated.
No. She's 3 years old, what overage?
3 years old.
When the father's not there, when the father's not there.
Says, when do you have to ask her knowledge? Jack is touching on it.
No father.
When she's a Yitoma. Comes the Midrash Rabbi and says, when do you have to ask her that? When she's a Yitoma. So all of a sudden, when she has a father, maybe she doesn't have to give her that. But Rashi goes on and says she has to give her that. Rambam says, Rambam plays both sides of the road. What does he say?
Middle road.
What does he play? What does he say? Rambam goes on and says, Vadai, you don't have to ask her that when you're Mekadesh. But he says, I'm giving you an Eitzah Tova, and the Midrash is giving you an Eitzah Tova. That what? Make sure you ask your daughter, even if she's a Ketana. Mr. Gindi, you heard what he said? So the Midrash is what?
Give me advice.
You're not listening. It's Eitzah Tova.
Is this Eitzah, is that?
Oh, here the Gemara is not Eitzah Tova. Here we're trying about what? We're mandatory. In the case of
But
the...
it's changing the definition of da'at.
Oh, so on this point, we have a machloket, Rashi, and Tosfot. Now, to really understand it, we have to say three days in yeshiva, 7 hours, 10 hours, and go and understand. There's an Avnei Maluim.
You have a partner right
It doesn't fit my schedule.
Mauricio says more than 2 days a week he's not ready.
The answer is
I have another question. The dad, because if the father does it as Kiddushin and she's a minor, and if the father passes away after, is there a Kiddushin?
I know.
It's not like she's betrothed to him. She is betrothed. But if her father passes away and you don't ask her and she's a
If it works.
Under 12 and a half.
there wouldn't be, you don't have to worry about Ish.
No. Again, Jack. Once the father takes Kiddushin, we don't care. Kiddushin is 100%. Once Kiddushin is realized by a girl, 10 years old, next day her father dies, who cares? She's married. 100% married. Once the father takes, he's not married when she's who cares? Right now the Kiddushin took place.
So that's the dot that she has to know that.
Again, we don't know what the dot is. We saw there's a machloket Rashi and Tosfot. What does Tosfot say? Tosfot says all she needs is knowledge that she's getting married. You serve somebody papers. They don't have to know what's in the papers. All they have to know is what? I'm getting the papers.
It's not the short.
Right.
Only now at this point.
But according to Rashi, it's not like that. Rashi says she has to give consent. That's the machloket.
Because the father passes
Again, nothing to do with father passing
Not
away.
just not. Now it's
In
consent.
every case, you have to have
Not
consent.
just the knowledge to know it.
And where do we know it from?
Lavan.
From Lavan.
Mr. Kindi.
Rabbi, you were almost shooting him. Hitting him right.
I said, no,
Got a bullet that was wrong.
you got the good Mr.
Oh, מה אפילו תמה לקדושים
He
ניתנו.
was going in the percentage of wrong.
חס ושלום. חס ושלom. שאני הכה. Here it's different. The Amar Rachmana, because what does the Torah say? Word Rachmana means what, Mr. Gindi?
God.
The Torah. Haka, the Amar Rachmana. Mr. Gindi, it's not the same thing, and it means Torah. Haka, the Amar Rachmana, Yada. Because here it says in the Torah, in this case, Yada. What does Yada mean? He informs her, and that becomes the machloket between who? Rashi and Tosfot. My Rabbi Yossi Bar Yehuda. What does Rabbi Yossi Bar Yehuda says the Tanya that it says in the Braita? Yada vipadeh tzarich sheyeh sha'ot bayom kedei pediyah. There must be time for what? There must be time
worth of
pruta in the leftover time. Right? Maybe Mikana Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, im yeshaot. If there is time, bayom kedei lasot imo sheva pruta mekudeshet, v'im lav eno mekudeshet.
What's the last minute?
Right. That becomes whose opinion?
Rabbi Yosef,
Who says
that the original money is not Kiddushin.
Alma, from here we learn Kisavar ma'ot harishonot lav l'kishum. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Amar. Rav Nachman goes on and says, Afilu tema l'kiddushin litna. Comes, Rav Yitzchak says, even if you say it's l'kiddushin litna. Shani hacha the Amar Rachmana v'yipada. That it has to be enough money, not because there has to be left over, because he has to be able to redeem her. And if he's not able to redeem her, it's still Ma'at Rishonot.
So even though the Kiddushin money, the original money
Right.
is Kiddushin, he still has to have enough time.
Because of Gzerat HaKatuv.
So if you
But what is the original
use up
money?
all the money,
Kiddushin.
According to both opinions, it could be that you're not going to be Mekadesh, you have to give her a ring.
You have to what? You gotta have time.
you used up all the money.
You have to give her a ring.
You have time. You have time.
Because bottom line is,
You can't buy her a
both opinions, my Rishonim and my Machronim, are the same. As far as the amount that has been given, there's no distinction. Why? Because you have a pasuk in the Torah. Okay.
To be in hours.
Now we come to a very difficult Gemara. He came and said, we just said this. If you're going with the my Machronot, then we know prorate. We know prorate. Comes Rav Nachman says, even if you're not going to go prorate,
That's so true.
and you go my Machronishonim, but still there's a Gzerat HaKatuv that you have to have what? You have to have time. Because the pasuk of Vipadeh and Yud. Let's go back. Now we come to a very interesting Gemara. Omar Rava, Omar Rav Nachman. Mr. Gindi, are you with us? 4 lines and the big lines.
Yes, sir.
Omar Rava, Omar Rav Nachman, Omar Adam Lebito Kitana. A man goes and tells his daughter, he has a rebellious daughter. Everybody he brings to her, she says, I'm not interested.
See you later.
Or maybe she wants to get the ring herself. She doesn't want the father to get the ring. The father tells her, and she's 12 years old. She's 11 years old, little girl. She's very mature. The father tells her, my darling daughter, you don't want me to make Kiddushin? here are 4 boys which are good for you.
Go take anyone.
You go take whichever you want.
So it doesn't have to be specific.
Maybe specific, maybe not. What does it say?
Possible boys.
4 boys.
Go become Mekudeshet to one of them.
You take the Kiddushin. What is it? What would be the din?
I would
There's
say,
no transfer.
Again, let's go back, Mr. Gindi.
I would say
A young girl.
There's a letter here.
Let's see, a young girl, what does she want to do? She wants to accept her own Kiddushin. She doesn't want her father to accept
Lord
Kiddushin.
help me. I'll handle it.
Can't you do it?
to this.
What does this Gemara say? What did you say no, Mr. Gindi? Did you read the Gemara? Oy, Baboy. Omer Rabba, Omer Lagnado. Omer Adam Levito Ktana. A man tells his daughter. What did he tell her? Oy, Baboy. Oy.
Omer Adam, because his daughter, go ahead and accept Kiddushin. Kiddushin, please.
One of these
Go
guys.
ahead and accept Kiddushin.
And the marriage is a marriage.
He's doing with his consent.
How is that possible?
His consent.
Who cares who's consent? Who cares who's consent? I didn't ask you to consent. Who's the one who's making Kiddushin? Who's making the kinyan?
If the father didn't consent to her, could you do it on her own?
Who cares? That's not our question. That's not our question. Because if the father tells you to take Kiddushin, is it good Kiddushin? And you said no.
I was just thinking.
Now why is it yes?
Because the Gemara says yes.
Oh, why? Is it logical? Can you go and make a kinyan? Can I make a kinyan?
How old is this girl?
10.
13. I'm sorry. 13. 10. So she cannot do it.
She has no dad.
And the Gemara says she could do it.
The father could do it. The father could do it.
Just because the father said choose one of these 4,
He gave her permission.
The father gave her permission.
he said choose one of these 4.
Said you
Tell
could.
her you pick out of these boys.
Is that enough?
It says here that it's impossible.
What does it say?
for a father-
What does the Gemara say?
She was shaliach of the father.
Come, we can look. Katan can't be shliach.
That's the work.
Comes Tosfot and says, Peshita. Of course it works. And come, end of Tosfot, he says kasher.
That means the same thing.
What is it?
Shita and kasher means the same thing.
Which means it's not so peshita and it's not so kasher. That's what it means.
So we learned the Gemara. We learned the Gemara. We're going to see it again in a second. Before we read it, let's understand it. There is a concept of Ariv.
I didn't mean.
What does it mean, Mr. Gideon? What does that do with Kiddushin? Wrong. What does it have to do with Kiddushin? What does it have to do with Kiddushin? Listen to the case. An Arev is like Joe said, it's a guarantor. He goes and he does what? A person guarantees a loan. Because a person guarantees a loan, that loan is realized. So even though the guarantor gets nothing, but because of his guarantee, I get a
The loan
loan.
is realized.
I get a loan.
Next.
Now we have a law in that Zayin in Kiddushin, which we did. If a person goes, now before I give you the case, let me tell you, what is the din of Kiddushin? Is the din of Kiddushin that somebody receives something or somebody gives something? Listen carefully. What is Kiddushin? The concept of receiving or what does it mean both?
Both. Somebody receives and the other one gives. That's a thing.
The girl has to receive.
Again,
The giving end could be not necessarily the giving.
It's like buying something.
now listen.
Right. Who gets it?
Look, the uncle could say to his nephew, I'm giving her $100, go be Mekadesh. The nephew never gave her nothing, but she would be Mekudeshet. So you don't have the giving, right? Because the Hatan dedication,
So the
the
Gemara
girl has to receive.
so the Gemara we learned before was just the opposite case.
Oh, the opposite.
Same idea. The girl says, I don't want your dirty ring. give the dirty ring to that poor lady, and I'll be married to you. She didn't receive anything. But she said, if you give it to her,
It's
I'll
like the
be married
loan.
to you.
It's like the loan. No? It's like the loan.
Satisfaction that he listened
Which
to
proves
her.
that women want to be listened to.
And that's called through arevut. Through the concept of arevut, because the guarantor of the loan is the one who does what? Who makes the kinyan. The kinyan is realized. So now we come
So he goes
here.
to give her a ring. She says, go pawn it and give the money to my mother.
Omar Abba, Omar Abba Nachman, Omar Adam Lebito Ketana. Se'i v'kibla Kiddushin. Comes the Gemara and is telling us, how does that work? It works through the concept of arevut. How? It's as if the father did what? He did the kinyan. But he just said to the boy, give it to her. Is it one boy? Is it four boys?
He got one of four. He's a quick one. So the fact that she's listening.
So it's
is
not that
arevut.
the katana is receiving. Who's receiving?
The father's
Father receiving. Just like the case of a regular woman, that is Rabbi will receive.
But this is only in you.
It's as if he's receiving. Again, let's go back. Let's go back to the case. What is the case of a Gedolah? Oh, Gedolah now. She's a Gedolah. Now, she doesn't take the ring. She says, give the ring to your mother.
Right, that's good, we said.
We said that's good.
Right,
So she's not receiving anything.
She's listening to him.
right,
Now the father is here, the one who's supposed to receive. Correct?
right.
He says, give it to my daughter.
Abraham.
Isn't that the same thing as giving it to you? The girl saying giving it to your mother? Is that parallel or not?
I'm trying to think.
That's what the Gemara is saying right now. It's parallel.
So how does it work? My case doesn't work. The one I said.
We didn't get that. Let's do right now. We
That's the case.
our case is now what? The case is the father tells the girl, take your Kiddushin.
Take your Kiddushin. So she has to receive something.
Now who's receiving? The girl's receiving. She's a Ketana. How does it work?
So the transfer from
So the Gemara goes on and says, who's really receiving? It's like Arev. Like the Arev goes and guarantees the person's loan. He's not receiving anything, but because of him, the loan goes
So
through.
the father is the Aref.
Right.
But so what are we talking about? Her receiving material things?
Sure.
Receiving the
What does the Gemara say? Read the Gemara.
There's no material.
2 dots. Read the Gemara. Don't tell me to no.
That's one.
אמר אומר אדם לביתו כצנת, שאי וקבלי קידושייך קידושייך. Go and receive your kiddushin. Go and accept your kiddushin. What does that mean?
Go
Go and say yes, or go and
actually
the coin?
receive the coin. Does the father have to receive?
Leave it.
He's the one who's making the kinyan.
The girl could receive. I understood it differently. I understood it. Let's say even the father receives the money and he tells the girl, go and say
No,
yes.
that's no problem. The father already received the money. The kinyan's made.
Or what if the guy left the father the money?
I'm going to send it to you.
I want to be Mekadesh, but he never had a conversation.
Yeah,
So now he
he's
sends the
another
daughter,
thing. I'm gonna
go
send
tell
it.
him the
It's
Kiddushin
good.
is good, I got the money. So that's the Aref case.
That's not bad.
That's not why.
And if case is what she's
She receives
receiving,
the money. Only the money we're talking about.
and the father is the one who's supposed to receive the money.
Uh-huh.
I added extra tomorrow. I want to go off to begin with.
Have a very good day.
Pick what you want.
What's that? Feeling good?
I'm going to send this to you once this is done.
Information overload.
Okay, and you're going to see, I'll send it to you with the other one and without the other one.
Almost no
Who's the guarantor?
The one that you